Happy Mother's Day, guys. See, I have the Christopher scope with me here. Guys, so what happened, right? So I took her out because I wanted to fix her eyebrows. And then she was in my arms like this, and I realized, like, can you not see this freaking cuteness? It was this moment that I realized, like, I would have to be absolutely bonkers to sell her. I bought her as my own Mother's Day gift because I think that I deserve to be happy, you know? Like, mothers, we sacrifice so much. I don't mind her hair. I should have brushed it before I came on camera, but I haven't been able to put her down because, like, this morning I woke up and I was feeling so heavy because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I literally never get, like, you know, not even like an hour to myself, really. You know, I don't want to get a mommy break. So this morning I was like, man, you know, just reflecting a little bit on all the lies these men tell. And so I was feeling a little down, and then I'm like, all right, let me put up new pictures of the babies or whatever. And I took her out, and then I just felt so, like, lighter. Like, you know that feeling you get when you first have a baby and then you hold your baby in your arms for the first time, and it's just, the baby's so small and their little body is just so little and scrunched up, and it's just the freaking cutest, most best magical feeling in the entire universe. And that is the feeling I got from holding her, and that's why it's nighttime and she's still in my arms. I couldn't do it. It's like, even holding her now, I have that feeling, and that's how I know that when y'all have my dolls, trust me, you're gonna realize that, this girl's working some real magic. Is she a fairy or what? Because, honey, I'm shocked at my own work because, damn, like, wow, you can tell that the crystals are actually energetically charged. Like, the blessings that I'm blessing them with are actually working, because look at me. This is, like, literally proof, because I haven't been able to put her down at all. Like, I wanted to. A few times I wanted to, because at one time I was even like, man, like, I've been holding her for hours, and I'm like, let me try to hold the baby, you know, because I have a 2-year-old, right? And then after she fell asleep in my arms, I just put her down and picked back up the baby. You see that I can't. And I don't know if it's because she's sleeping and all the other babies I've been doing lately have been, like, open-eyed, but something about her, like her little cheeks, like when you hold her in your arms like this, like, it doesn't really look like you can put her down. Like, especially when she has her arms out. I had to put little mitts on her because I'm like, I don't want her painting to get ruined, because I can't put her down. Like, literally cannot put her down. And I know that, like, I seal the paint and, like, matte, but you don't really know sometimes, you know. You have to be very gentle, especially how I have toddlers. And I know, because I had to repaint Essence, right? And right now I didn't even start repainting her. Right now she's on the kitchen counter, and that's because I used to try to put her, like, on the bed with me to sleep, because she, like, I made her as, like, a memorial baby, right? So, like, my aunt, like, it's just really, it's like I put a little bit of my aunt in there, you know, like, not like literally, but it just, like, it just physically feels that way. Even like that one out there, like, I'm gonna tune her to my grandmother's vibration. I even wanted to buy, like, another one, because I'm like, man, like, I have to sell these kits, but why? What am I doing? I just can't sell this one though. I can't. Like, I thought about it, and at first I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hold her, and then, like, if somebody wants her, I will put her back. But no, unfortunately, like, I would just have to paint another one, because, like, are you not freaking seeing? Oh my gosh, like, and it's how her feet, like, her little feet, like, oh my goodness, look. Oh my gosh. No, like, it just freaking can't get any better. But yeah, so yeah, I was feeling a little down this morning, so I decided to gift her to myself, because everybody I get Mother's Day, you know, look at what this man them. You wouldn't even say Happy Mother's Day after I'm the one taking care of their kids without not even 1% of their help. But okay, because God's blessing me in other ways. So that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to say thank you, even though I don't get no break. You know, it'll all be worth it in the end, because my kids are freaking awesome. And I always say that to my kids too. Like, when I look at the youngest two and how their dad begged me to have them, and how he doesn't even care. The other day I messaged him and I'm like, hey, the babies are sick. Can you please help me? $50 for medicine. Man's never even responded to the message. Like, does not care about his kids at all. Then I was like, that's amazing, because they are actually freaking funny as hell. Like, he's literally missing out on his own blessings because of his stupidity and retardation. Like, not like in a bad negative way, but he's obviously not like there. We have to call it when we see it, right? Like, who does that? Because the other kid he has is nonverbal, right? And so you would think, not that anything is wrong with her anyways, because I believe autism, like autistic kids, like they're extremely freaking spiritual. Did you watch listen to the telepathy tapes? Oh my gosh, like you should listen to the freaking telepathy tapes. Like, you see, and that's why men, like, they really mess up for real, because if he was acting like a normal human being and I stayed, I would have been such a great stepmom to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually like freaking I love everything about autistic people, because I, for one, think that I'm probably autistic too. Like, look at me. Like, most of the things I do are not normal. And like, I don't know, I just felt the nonverbal ones are especially special because they are able to speak and communicate in another way, and they are able to see and feel frequencies that normal people can't, right? So I feel like that's extra gifted, right? But then, you know, I feel like, you know, I think that situation was too hard for him or whatever, right? So he couldn't, I guess, stay and watch without, I guess, feeling like some part of him was being broken. I don't know. I can't really understand. I tried to put myself in the man's mind, like, you know, different men, but I don't really can't understand it that much. But you would have thought that he would have been like, oh my gosh, like, you know, let me try to be there. You know, my kids are healthy. Let me, you know, whatever. Because, you know, the way how he was advocating for his daughter when I first met that man, I'm like, wow. Ladies, you know, I know a lot of women notice that. Like, when you meet a man, these men be lying about how much they love their kids for real. Like, that's literally what I liked about him. How much he was, like, advocating for his daughter and autism and all kind of stuff. That man he doesn't even care if his kid is like, yo, what? Anyways, like, I personally would have been extremely happy because my son is extremely, like, yes, he's 3. Him and my, like, they're 3 and 2. But if you were to meet them and have a conversation with them, you'll think they're old people. Like, they're extreme, like, it's not normal. It's not normal. Like, that's not normal. Like they're very intelligent for 2 and 3, like extremely intelligent, like extreme. I told you, like, they even say like little Jamaican old sayings, and I'm like, where the hell did you guys hear that from? Like, what? Yeah, like they're extremely gifted children, extremely, especially my daughter. I showed her a picture. Would you believe I showed her a picture of my grandmother's mother, and she was able to say, huh, that's mama, that's gamma. My dad called her mama. And I said, where is she? I said, yeah, that's mama. Because when I heard that name, I'm like, my dad told me that's what he called my grandma. And so I asked her again, she said that was our grandma. And I asked her, where was she? And she was able to point to her. Here, you know? And this never happened once, twice. Like, if I was to call her in, well, lately I haven't seen my grandmother here, but her presence, you know what I'm saying? Extremely gifted. Me personally, I would be beyond the moon, but hey, we all like different things. But anyways, I came here to make this video. I wanted to talk about the mothers, you know? And I know it's like super hard for us, you know? We push forward, we're strong warriors, you know? We push forward oftentimes neglecting our own needs so our kids can be happy. Sometimes I know as a mother, it feels like we're not even human. Not even human. I seen a post the other day on Facebook, and it was saying that they see why a lot of mothers fly to the clouds. And exactly, everybody, I think every mother or the ones who aren't pretending to be delusional, but I think most people at this point know why a lot of mothers fly into the clouds is because they literally sacrifice every single part of their essence in raising children, right? Literally. And for you to have to ignore your humanity, it becomes very inhumane and stressful and depressing. And people will literally stand by and watch you drown, not doing anything to help until it's too late. And then that's when they want to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened, and pretend that they care. They don't care. That's why I stopped venting to people, because I'm just like, bro, I could already feel and see the fool. Like, I'm not even interested in hearing the poppycock tomfoolery these people have to say, because it's like, y'all know you don't care at all. I notice a lot of people, family members, they do that. Like, they will push you into the single motherhood, not because, you know, they're older, right? So they know what it's about, but it's like they are so angry at their own lives that they try to project shit onto you. And then the younger kids or younger women growing up now, they're just falling right into it, right? They're not really realizing that these people don't care. They want to see you ruin your life the same way they ruin theirs, right? Literally. And it's not to say that kids will ruin your life. They won't, because they're so sweet. But the thing is, right, where does humanity lie? Because do people treat mothers human? No. And women know this. Like, the woman who pretends not to, all I can do is just give them this look. Like, that's all I can do, because, like, don't lie. Like, mothers know this. To have a child, you are giving your all, unless you're just a deadbeat loser mother who doesn't want to actually give their all to their children, like my mother. My mother did not sacrifice a thing for me, okay? At all. Not even nothing at all. Like, at all, okay? That's why I'm the mother that I am, because I refuse to be like that person. Like, I felt the emotions of not having a parent that cares, 2 parents that cares, 3 parents that cares, 4 parents that cares. I've already been there, right? So for me, it is to change the pattern going forward, and I don't want to be like them people at all. I want to show my kids love. And that's why I talk to my kids so much, because I'm like, yo, I noticed a lot of the time these moms don't say anything to their kids, right? And then the cycle just keeps repeating itself, right? That's why I always tell my kids, like, bro, I'm very, very open with my kids about every single thing. And I try to show them the small patterns and how life loops back, because I believe that parents, the reason you have kids is because they're supposed to be a better version of yourself. That's literally the reason. Like, well, you're not supposed to have kids if you don't want to be better than you. They're supposed to be better than you. That's literally, they're supposed to be better than you. Right now, my son's fighting against it. The one that I had when I was 15, he don't want to be better than me. But I told him, you know what, but you say that now, but as you get older, you're gonna want to change. You know, you're gonna want to, you know, be somebody, see something different, see some movement in your life, something, you know. 13 sorry. But yeah, like, you're gonna want to see some movement. You're not gonna want to, like, right now he's in his lazy phase, because he'll be like, oh, it's so stressful to blink. Sometimes I have to remind myself to blink. Oh my god, the other day we were playing the game where we're all pretending to be somebody in the house, and we have to guess who we were being, right? So I was like, that's the exact line I use. I'm like, oh, I have to blink, but it's gonna take too much energy. But the best part about it is that he didn't know that we were playing the game. It was me and my daughter playing. And then he heard me say that, and he was like, I know. And he was relating hard. Like, he was like, yeah, I know. Like, it gets me so mad that I have to blink. So much power and energy. And I'm just like, man. And me and my daughter just started laughing so hard, because we're like, man, like, I told you, like, I got it correct. I know him. He's too lazy to blink. Sometimes breathing is an extra hard task. He just wants to, I guess, float. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I've learned that what I once thought motherhood was, and completely the opposite. Completely. A lot of mothers don't get a break. A lot of mothers are literally drowning. And then we judge mothers who, you know, are always partying or going out and, you know, putting themselves before the kids, you know. And my whole thing is, like, at first I used to have that judgment, but now I'm like seeing it differently. I'm like, wow, like, you know, enjoy your life. You can't just, I personally don't go out to parties or anything, but that's personally only because of me. I'm like a real life introvert. And even to go to the grocery store and be around people is disturbing. So, like, imagine if I was in a club. Crazy. It won't be me. So, like, yeah, I support other people. Like, I don't have anything to say, because I know life is hard, and I know that a lot of times these men try to sabotage women. They get them pregnant, and they know they don't have They don't want nothing from the woman, and them just want to use the woman. They just want to use them. So they get the woman pregnant. They don't want to see the woman elevate, so they try to trap them with a baby. Now she has your baby, and they don't even like their own kids. Them not like their kids. They could never say they like their kids and allow their kids to suffer the way they do. Like, every time I speak to them, and you know the best part about it is, like, sometimes I'll think my situation is so bad, right? Like, in regards to, like, the men and not helping, right? And then I'll speak to another mom, and then she'll start speaking, and I'll be like, wow. Like, absolutely freaking, like, sometimes I don't understand what is actually going on in their heads, the men's head. But, you know, I always try to encourage a woman the same way and be like, guys, it might be like this for now, but there's a season for everything, you know? Right now, this is all happening because we're able to tell the younger generation, you know, what to come up, what's upcoming. The generation before us, usually a lot of people that I've met, I guess it's since I was a mirror, right? And I was reflecting my own situation, but most, like 98% or maybe 99% of the people I have met have been either raised by their grandparents. Most of them have been all actually raised by their... I think I know one person that was raised by their mom. Yeah, but it was like a one person. See? Yeah. So anyways, like, the generation before me, I noticed a lot of the Caribbean people especially love to have kids and dash their kids out to their parents to raise, and they're gone. Like, that shit has to stop with us, for real, you know? It has to stop. That's why, like, I sacrifice for my kids. I'm here for my kids because I'm like, what the frick? I noticed, like, the generation before us, like, the moms did not want to be moms at all. Like, at first I thought it was just my mom, but the more I was hearing stories, I'm like, man. And then the thing about that, why I don't agree with that, like, is because, like, okay, you give the kids to your mom to raise, right? But then the moms don't really think that those kids are theirs. Like, me personally, as a grandmother, I knew I'm gonna be the best grandma ever, and I'm gonna give my grandkids anything they want, and I have it, take it, because I don't let my grandmother nothing. I know I'll be the best grandmother. I will not let my kids suffer. I will not let my grandkids suffer. And I would never, if I knew that my grandchild had a mother that hated her and lied and did the things that my mother did, I would never be able to look at her or say, I am not your mother, ever. Never. That is a different kind of low vibrational, right? But the thing about that is, other people's grandmas are saying that to them too. That's what I don't understand, because I'm like, what the hell is a grandma for real? Because I thought a grandma was like a second mom. But they've clearly made it, or maybe it's just the Jamaican grandmas. I don't know. Because the ones that I can say who have looked at their actual children that they've raised and said, you're not my child, they've all been Jamaican. So I don't know. Yeah, but obviously if they've been Jamaican, because that's the crowd, you know, I'm usually around. But so I can't really speak on other cultures at the moment, right? The people I've met just happen to be Jamaican and just happen to have the exact same situation. And if they weren't raised by their grandparents, they were raised by some kind of weird ass dad. Yeah. You see, with the situation where I never had a mother, right? Where I was the one with the father and I was the one waiting for my mom to show up and she didn't show up. Okay, so yeah, I used to hold a lot of judgment in the past, especially at moms who put themselves before their kids, because I was extremely angry, because I know even when she did come to pick us up, like, she made it abundantly clear, like, we did not come first, second, or third. You know, it was her, the married men she was with, and the church, right? We were always like last on the list, literally, like literally. It's not a joke. I kid you not. And so, yeah, dealing with that made me like hyper focused, I guess, on my kids, which is why I guess they call me a helicopter parent. But okay, so what I wanted to say about that is, I remember, you know, in my adult years, realizing that when my mother went away to jail, you know, I never spoke to her, not once, right? I didn't know. And as a child, it's very confusing. You know, you don't know where your mom is, where she, like, what's happening. Like, is she gonna come back? Am I gonna see her again? You don't know, right? So for a child, it's so traumatizing, right? It is extremely traumatizing. And now as an adult, I see both sides to it. And although I might not be in contact with her, I see her. Because women have put up with so much for so many years, right? When I look at my mother, I see a woman that is scared, hurt, and doesn't know how to express her heartache in a positive and healthy way. I see a woman that is extremely materialistic, right? Caring only about herself. You know, she wants to have a good image. She wants people to see that she's successful, even if that means, you know, putting her children at risk, right? That's who she is. And it's easy from the outside to judge a person like that. It's very easy to judge a person like that because you see what they're doing, you see their flaws, you see how the evil deeds and things that they do. But then sometimes we sit and like we have to really think about like what would make a person this cold and callous towards their own children. Like if we try to dig deeper, there has to be a deeper reasoning behind it, right? There has to be a deeper reasoning. There has to be more to the story. I don't know much about my mother or my mother's family, right? I don't. The only reason I might be able to describe my great-grandmother is because of my abilities, literally. Okay, literally. If I wasn't able to see and hear things, trust me, I wouldn't know. So, you know, because it's just by accident, you know, not by accident, but it's just by me asking that I figured out that, wow, I got it freaking right? Which is so trippy, but it's true. But anyways, yeah, it's like, what makes that person? What did she go through that made her into this person? I remember one time I was so upset with what she did. And I wrote it all. I went on her Facebook and I wrote every single thing she did to me. I wrote about how she kept having to sabotage the relationship with me and my kids' families, and I was putting up screenshots of all the evil shit she said to me. I mean, said to those people about me and shit. And my whole thing was like, there was no reason to. Like, I literally felt so powerless in that situation because the things she was saying was absolutely. And then his family would be like, oh my God, your mom said this about you, and no one's mom could ever be talking about them to like this. And I'm just like, wow. And then she's fully talking to her about me, you know, and she thinks she's, you know, agreeing, but the woman's coming back and telling me all the disgusting things. Like, my mother's just not, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I put it on Facebook, and her cousin reached out to me, which is so funny because I didn't even know she had cousins. I don't know nothing about those people. And she told me they used to be close, and she had to stop speaking to my mother because I think she said something like she had to stop speaking to my mother because she couldn't save her from herself. And I was like, she said that because my mother was an only child, and she thinks it was just she's spoiled. But I'm wondering, what if there's actually more to that story? What if there's secrets that laid within that household, buried deep into the floorboards? What if she was never believed when she tried to come out and told people what was happening? A lot of the times in Black communities, I don't even think it's just Black communities now that I'm seeing. I think it's just literally everybody. But a lot of the times, women are not believed. They come out and they say stuff and they're not believed. I remember when I came out and I told them what my older did something essayed me as a child, and she messaged me and she was like, this was after. All she said was like, is it true? And I said yes. And then she never said nothing else. I even went into detail because my whole thing is, why the fuck would I lie? What would I gain from lying? Is there a trophy? Like, what do I gain? Nothing. I only said it in that moment because it was something that I was grieving from. And he came into the chat and attacked me. And I couldn't believe he was attacking me the way he was, because I was thinking, imagine I'm here having sleepless fucking nights, flashbacks, coming to realizations of why I trust nobody with my kids. And then he's gonna come into the group and attack me when I was trying to be nice to him after all of that, what he's done and how much it has affected me, right? A lot of the time, that's why we don't, as women, don't say nothing at all. You think the police care when you go to them with rape claims? They don't care, okay? They do not care. They don't care whether you're 2. They don't care whether you're 10. They don't care whether you're 20. That's why it's like, I'm excited to see what this world has to offer. I'm excited for the change that's coming, because like, there's no humanity within humans anymore. The moral compass is gone. People hate the people who sacrifice for them and treat them great, but love the ones who don't. Like, this shit's weird. It's just, none of it makes sense anymore at all. Like, it doesn't make sense, you know? It's like, all we can do is just try to, you know, not hold judgment. Try to understand. Because if I think about it, I understand why she abandoned her kids. I do. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not. But sometimes we just have to get away. Like, sometimes we're going through so much and like nobody's believing us that we have to get away. And she doesn't seem to have attachments to her kids, right? Because for her to have my sister and they not know she was pregnant with my brother, and then them to only meet him when he was 11 months, the same day she came to Canada. Obviously, she wasn't going to go see her daughter, right? She was obviously dealing with stuff, right? I have, you know, I guess, intuitive nudges that tell me what it is. It's because my grandma was saying something before she passed, and she was senile, right? And they kept saying she was senile. There's a deeper story behind every picture. That's why for the men, I also try not to hold judgment, because I understand that, which I don't really get also, because we're also going through the breakup, but I think men just like to detach, and when they detach, I think because they have the freedom to leave and the mom's taking care of the kids, I think they use that excuse and the freedom to dip. Like, for real. I can't even like think of another reason, because even this one situation that happened, I was so fucking flabbergasted. Like, I didn't even know what to think. Like, I didn't know what to think, because I was saying to myself, you know, you're with somebody for like 20 years and then you just up and cut kids off. That's, like, the kids are big. Like, I mean, like, not all of them are big, but still, like, if your oldest is like 18, I'm pretty sure, like, they're different, man. They're different. But then also, I think that's another kind of strength, because, man, like, as a mother, I would be like devastated. I'd be wondering, like, what are my kids doing? What are they saying? Like, that's why I keep saying that my baby fathers are missing out. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Because obviously, you've seen my daughter. She loves to dance. She's so gifted, so talented. The baby daughter now, she's clearly spiritually gifted. Clearly. And she's so freaking fun. Her and Cairo are like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I don't know. Like, I think twins are like, because they're 2 and 3. They're both in August. He's the 22nd. Is he the 22nd or 21st? I'm not even right. No. I think he's the 22nd. He's the 22nd and she's the 27th. They are so like, the relationship is like, it's very interesting. Like, it is something that I don't know if everybody wants to experience, but I know that my soul desperately wanted to experience something like this, because I've never ever seen, like, I've never known a connection like this. Like, they're literally like, wow. Like, it's so hard for me to eat. Like, and then it's like Cairo came out first and he waited for her before he started to grow, because he was so small and they're the exact same height. Man, like, the way how they complement each other, it's like they're one person in 2 bodies. And then sometimes Harmony would even be calling Cairo Harmony, and I'm like, what? Why are you doing that? But I think they really, like, their bond is different. Like, it's very clear. Very clear. They're supposed to be here together. It's very clear. That's why, like, I don't have no regrets. Because you know what? I know why everything was done. And this is an experience that everybody should experience. Like, I mean, like, if you like kids. But, like, the twins thing, like, it's the way how they're in sync. Like, it's sometimes it's just like I just sit there and watch them because I'm just like, wow. Like, it must be freaking awesome to have your own best friend, like somebody that's like you in a different body. Like, they literally, like, I should really start like putting videos of them out so you guys can see, because I'm telling you, like, it's like I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, as I said, I just want to add that part in, but I try not to hold judgment because I understand why she is the way she is, you know. Even thinking about her in jail, and, you know, you're watching Orange is the New Black and see how they treat the woman in the jail, and you think, oh my God, that was probably my mom. And then you see how my dad gave up her child when she went into prison, right? You're married to her and you sent her son to foster care, but okay. You know, those things, I think that all, like, goes into how she felt about me, like, for real. Because that first day when my dad took me out, and it was like, he had a yellow Jeep at this time. But funny story, one day he was driving the Jeep and some random guy stopped us in the middle of the road. He's like, guys, that's my Jeep. Turned out his mechanic illegally sold him somebody else's Jeep. What the hell? Anyways, that story's neither here nor there. Back to what I was saying. Because when she was sitting in the van and we walked up to the van, I was like, his brother was, he was walking, so I think he was like 3 or 2. And we walked up, and I don't know, like, you can kind of just tell she didn't like me. Like, I remember the whole time standing behind, like, the 2 seats, and, like, she would barely even, I don't even think she looked back. I don't even know if she can know what I was wearing. Like, I don't even think she seen me. Like, I was trying so hard to get her attention, but she was mostly interested in my brother, which I understand, because when she went away, he was a baby. He was like 9 months, and now he's walking, so I get it. But yeah, you could, like, it was very clear. Like, it wasn't hard for me to miss that, you know, she wasn't really, because I remember even when we were going back into the house, because my dad tried to say it was a secret. I remember even, like, asking myself, because my brother was 2, I was probably like 5 or 6, so probably 5. I was asking myself, like, does she like me? Like, or like, did I do something wrong? Or like, yeah, that shit, she kept me on a time loop with that shit, bro. Because that's why I just kept trying and trying and trying. But I've made peace. Yeah, I've made peace with the fact that she's never going to be who I need her to be. She's never going to genuinely love me the way I deserve to be loved. And I've made peace with that. So I no longer, I understand, like, you know, I love her, and I understand why she is the way she is. It's just, you know, we don't have to make our situations shape who we are. Sometimes we could lead with love, and it's just the inhumanity, like, it's the way how they treated me, reason why I can't go back to being okay with them. Like, I can forgive them from a distance, but when I think about the level of betrayal that I have faced with them, I'm done. Like, for me to allow them to speak to me or to be back in my life would be me betraying my own self, and I've done too much work to do that. So just like how she put herself before me, unfortunately, I have to put myself before her now. But what I will not do is put myself before the kids. I always make sure my kids have, but I also make sure I have also. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Look at my situation, how I made TT mine. Look how my little TT mine, guys. Oh my God. Nikki Johnston made an amazing freaking sculpt. I can tell you that. Does she make silicone or anything? Because the way how I'm obsessed, and that doesn't matter anyway. She doesn't even need to be silicone, because it's just because I love the pacifiers. But that's okay, because I can just put her little magnet pacifier on. Great. Like, look at my baby. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I named her Tiana. Yeah, because I was holding her. She looked like a little Tiana. I wanted to name her Tiana Princess, but I think I'm gonna name her, I just call her Princess Tiana. I don't know if it's because she's sleeping, why, like, my obsession is real, but she literally feels exactly like. And then when I get it, you know, sometimes like the little lavender smell will just like peek up in your nose, like woo. Like right now, like guys, let me tell you something. If I don't know anything, what I do know is that, trust me, when these dolls come into your house, you're not gonna be able to put them down. It's something about the goddamn lavender smell. Like, I don't know. And then the crystals, because exact feeling I was getting, I was like, whoa, like, yo, her selenite is activated as heck, because I don't even think I'm gonna be able to like put her down tonight. How am I gonna go to sleep without hurting my arms? The whole day, the only reason that I wasn't crying all day today, for some reason, because I told you, I woke up so heavy just thinking about the loser men, and how that even they wouldn't even say to themselves, let me come watch my kids for 5 minutes, so you know she can piss in peace, or like, I don't know, something. But no, sir, man, them wicked bad. But that's why I'm gonna elevate way past all of them. You know, they're gonna be watching me rise up and elevate, and when they try to call talking about some kids, I'm just gonna fucking hang my goddamn my phone up in a damn blood clot fit. I'm not answer the phone, because like when your kids needed you, where were you? Yeah. Like my daughter literally has to beg and claw for like a petty change from her family to help, like $20. And the lady will be like, oh, she don't have it, $20. Or she'll say she's gonna send it, and then my daughter will have to wait like days for $20. That's what I was trying to tell my daughter. I'm like, girl, you're not gonna have to ask your family for nothing soon. Okay, honey? You tell her that. Yeah. Because if I have to stay up all night from morning till night for 6 weeks, I make dolls non-stop and sell them, I will do it just so she don't have just so she doesn't have to call out them people. It disgusts me to see her beg, and she don't even like calling them to ask for help too, you know. It's just true, you know, things are just at the beginning right now. Why even if you ask little help? Look, all of the man them, when you ask them about their kids, they are nowhere to be found. And then they have the audacity to say women are bitter, right? But what's the definition? Like, what is bitter? Because if anyone's bitter, I think it would be the man that is not taking care of his kids. Because all of the moms, all of the women I've come into contact with have all had calm souls, calm spirits. Actually, so calm that they're all in their people-pleasing phase. So they're people-pleasing, and the man them still not pleased and come up to see their kids. They just don't care. Yeah, they're looking for a woman to use. The woman get pregnant and them gone. Case closed. Okay, that is just it. I wish I was more picky in my youth, but due to my circumstances, I understand and forgive myself why I wasn't. Because I understand why I wasn't. Like, imagine being 16 and your whole entire family hates you. You're on your own with a child, right? You're desperate for companionship. Literally. Like, I had nobody, right? So even though that bastard was treating like a piece of shit, I was like, fuck. Like, at least he was speaking to me, right? That's why we don't send our kids out. Yeah. That's why we take care of our picnic. My son is 16. You think I'm gonna go make him look for his own place and go kick him out? For what? I'm not dirty, worthless Dana and Loxley. I'm not doing those things. No. I make sure my kids are taken care of. I don't steal from my kids. Never would. There's no reason for me to try to take my kids, man. Yo, my father's really, really gay. This level of gay is fucking diabolical. Like, you want the man so bad that you want to cut off your own grandkids is crazy. Crazy gay behavior. Like, for a gay man, you're supposed to be a role model in that community. You show him how to be an actual man by taking care of his responsibilities, right? But you like well, he's a deadbeat just the way you are. Like that shit, eh? What you gotta do, rub bellies? Yeah, two man them rub bellies together, bare belly to bare belly. Crazy, die-freaking-bolical. But you know, I forgive them. I know. You know what? For years, I've been hearing that I am too forgiving, but I actually do forgive them. I wish them the best. I wish them a happy and prosperous life. I don't know about the prosperous part, but I wish them the best. Fuck, like, let them live their best life. I can't promote being gay if I'm gonna be mad that my ex wants my dad. You know, I can't be mad, because I always tell men, like, don't date women if you know you don't want them. Don't date them. Like, it doesn't make no sense, because the men are dating women, they're cheating on the women, they don't even like women. They're like, so if you like men, just be with man. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't do it. It's your own, YOLO, you live once. Go take a man. The hell? Yo, I forgive them still. The only thing about it is, like, I know it's so hard being a mom, guys. I know you guys hold on every day. I know it's hard being a mom. I know we hold on every day hoping and waiting for kids to grow up and hoping that tomorrow will be a better day. Especially the single moms. I know the single moms are having it out. Especially the single moms with a lot of kids. Because, guys, that ain't no joke. Especially these last two. I think it's because they're a pair. I think it's because they're two. Because they are, like, absolutely wild. Wild, like wild rice. Okay, they wild. So, but they're very intelligent, very smart, and extremely funny. Like, extremely funny. That's why I'm like, these loser men don't even know what they're missing out on. Because sometimes I'm like, I'm happy I get to experience them, because I feel like this is an experience that is so fulfilling to me. Because, like, I've never actually, like, seen a bond, like, in person the way they bond. Like, it's very different. Like, it's even with, like, my eldest two, they're 3 or almost 4 years apart, and that bond is nowhere close to how these two bond. Like, these two are like Batty and Bench. Like, you cannot see one without the other. Even if I try to take one outside without the other, they start freaking out. Like, where's Kai Kai? Where's Kai? And that is so cute of her that she even calls him Kai Kai, because I call him Cairo. So she's like, she has her little nickname for him. It's like they've known each other for, like, before here. I just wanted to show appreciation to the mom, show you guys this little Tiana, Princess Tiana, and she's my Mother's Day gift to my damn self. I don't need validation from these men 313 as I sell land. Don't need the validation, because I know I'm doing a good job. They're well, they're fine, and they're healthy, thanks to me and my blood clot alone. And anyways, guys, this is my tattoo. It says, change is the key to evolution. Let's always keep evolving. Yes, we're gonna keep evolving. We're gonna live our best life, guys. Life is gonna get so great from here on. Like, we're gonna do the damn thing, okay? You're tired, but guess what? We have bare blessings coming in for us. We're not do this in a vain. We sacrifice ourselves so we can have awesome freaking kids when they grow up. We have our time. But you know what? Make time for yourself. Even if it's a little, even if you do the little things. Like, look, she's supposed to be having a mommy, and I feel guilty, I'm not gonna lie, but, like, I have to be realistic with myself. I deserve to feel happy, and that's why I said no, she's fine. Can't always be about the money. Yeah, man, it can't always be about the money. It can't. Like, look at her freaking face. She is so cute. Like, if anything, I can just buy another kid and paint it, right? But also, someone said to me today in one of the Facebook groups, why don't I allow people to choose the crystals they want inside the baby? It's not that I don't. I'm just doing that so you could already see my work. Like, I put up a thing on reborns.com, but if you guys want me to customize reborns for you guys, just do that one. Yeah, I can make whatever you want me to make. I mean, clearly I'm an amazing artist. Like, I think I'm amazing because, honey, look at her. You see her? Oh my gosh, she cute bud. Lord, oh my gosh, she cute bud. I kind of, sometimes when I make babies though, like, the cheeks wouldn't be like that red, right? Because realistically, I don't really think any babies have red cheeks like that. So it's like the subtleness, but then sometimes I go on like and I see the other people making their babies and there's so much pink, and I actually like it still. So I don't really know. But I guess every artist has their own style, because what I did notice is even if you try to copy another artist's work, yours is gonna always turn out differently. So that's why I don't really even like really watch the tutorials anymore, because it's just like, I find that when I do it in my head and just make stuff up, I like the baby so much better. But anyways, I'm gonna go outside there, child, because Cairo crying. So this is Tiana, my babe. And if you ever want me to make you a baby, just send me an email, send me a shout, message me on Facebook, message me on meetborns.com, message me on Etsy, message me on Instagram. But I don't really, I am supposed to go on Instagram a lot, but I don't really. But just message me, I'll make your baby for you. I do memorial babies too, just like my aunt's baby. Like, I put that energy, like I take their, I'm not gonna explain the ritual, but trust me, you gonna feel that energy. You gonna feel that energy. Because trust me, even if I do it without the memorial, look how I can't even put this baby down just with the lavender and the crystals. Because it's like, when the energy is close to you, it's like you just feel so grounded in the moment. But yeah, let me go outside there, because them are crying for me. So yeah, thanks so much for watching.